Aliens or no aliens, we should have a fairer world that is more rational.
Rational and scientific.
Solely material, rational, and let's say from a biological perspective. In an attempt to make everything rational, you can rational anarchy. To have a reasonable, rational look at perfectly rational people should be able to use firearms, and whether or not we're being rational, it should stand on its own merits as a rational scientific procedure. Purely intellectual, logical, and rational manner. If it's somehow objective, rational, and unbiased. Yes, I suppose when you're in a state of continual fear and panic, it's difficult to remain rational. Areas of legislation and administration that don't make rational sense. It denies reason and rational response. Sort of on rational, logical things. Stuff that we used to think of as spiritual is kind of can be seen as pretty rational. Living out your rational life. I've often speculated on what's the rational, logical, anatomical reason for this. Try to stay rational. Even the materialist and rational idea, almost hyper-rational. So when they're killed by drones, you think of it as just a simple rational dispatch suffering you in a rational secular society. That his reasonable, rational, logical way and solely rational being there. Now, is it rational to give your life for your country? Is it rational to save the life of someone and risk your own safety? Is it rational to fall in love? Is it rational to gamble or to drink alcohol? Defies rational explanation. Of course, we will try to rationally understand it. It is rational if the incentive is perpetuation of the system. This is a pretty good rational, logical, cohesive argument. Like, as if it's somehow logical, rational. Not like the crazy violence of brown people. No, this is rational violence. I mean, it seems to me that in a rational world where you're connected to reality, you wouldn't have a drink. Speaking, I think, from a coldly rational, or not even coldly, just rational perspective. Rational. Try to stay rational. And I imagine that these kind of emotions are utilized to bypass rational thought. Or am I being rational? There's some sort of, I don't know, fascist or communist or something extreme, rather than a rational person. Become irresistible to the kind of rational skepticism. What do we want to say? Rational. That the hesitancy is rational, that we're not properly being rational about. Sometimes you need the rational voice of a more morally inclined physician. We are not rational beings.